I'd like to welcome everybody to the September 24th, 2013 Board of Adjustments meeting. I'm now calling the meeting to order. Roll call of members. My name is Brad Walker, Chairman. I'm present. Mr. Jim Cecil.
Present.
Vice Chairman, Ms. Kathy Desadier.
Present.
Mr. Mike Breaux.
Present.
And Mr. Willie Robinson is not present. All right. At this time, I'd like to open it up a public comment period. If anybody has anything to say for or against the Board of Adjustments, please come forward. If you're here to speak on an agenda item, we have the actual public comment period for each agenda item. Anybody want to say anything? All right, closing public comment period. All right, do I hear a motion to accept the minutes of the August 27, 2013 meeting?
Make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
Got a motion to approve the minutes as written by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Ms. Kathy Desadier. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Do I hear a motion to accept the written decisions of the August 27th, 2013 meeting?
Make a motion to accept.
All right.
I'll second that, Brad.
All right. Got a motion to accept the written decisions on August 27th by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Mike Breaux. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now we're going on to the public hearing. We're going to hear the first zoning review ID 2355.13, Lot B-2-A-1-A-1 of the Quaid property for Ascension properties located on the west side of LA Highway 44, approximately 1,400 feet north of LA Highway 931. Somebody here to present this, please.
Yes.
We're going to have you sworn in. We always have the applicant sworn in. Oh, that's me. Okay. Just tell us what you're trying to do. And
I'm the original developer of Stagefield subdivision, and we were trying to re-subdivide the lots due to the fact that we simply cannot get financing for this project. It just doesn't exist. We have taken the lots in here. The problem with the development is this. I've developed River Highlands condos on the Virgin Canal, River Highlands condo estates on the Virgin Canal, Arlington Plantation condos, and Dutchtown and Stagefield condos. So I've developed 172 units that we have built and sold. This is the fourth development that I've done of the condos. When we started the condos, we was one of the first to do condos in the parish. It was very simple to get 95% financing, get a condo approved, and we sold, like I say, 172 of them. What's happened is, when the economy went down, and Regions Bank in Baton Rouge and other areas lost billions of dollars in the condo market, they shut the financing off for the condominium projects. So this project got caught with 38% completion, and it just shut off the financing. So we've been shut down for 4 years, and I've been trying for 4 years to get financing from anybody and everybody who'll talk to me. The problem that we have is they'll say, oh yeah, we'll finance the condos. Can I hand y'all a document?
sure.
This is a questionnaire that we have that is the first thing the banks ask for when financing a project. It says a lot of things, but if you take a look, you look at number 7, it says number of residential units sold and closed. If you look at number 9, number of units, 9B, number of units owned as investment properties. That is where the problem comes in at. What's happened is, in the last 4 years, they want 50% or more of the project sold out, or they simply won't finance it. So we're at 38% and been there, and I've had no way to get to the 50% if somebody don't finance it. Now, I've personally financed 4 condos in this development to try to keep property values up. 10D, 29A, 36A, 36B, and a portion of 42B. I've personally financed the last 4 years to try to keep the value up to where the 44 people that purchased condos from me in excess of $7 million won't lose their property value. Now, what's happened is we've had a total of 6 units go back to the sheriff's sale. They're going back because the people are finding buyers and they can't get financing to sell their units. A lot of people bought in here for first-time home buyers and they want to sell out and move out of state. They can't sell out and move out because nobody will finance it for their buyers. By me financing the units I financed at the original sales price, that's proof that people want to purchase them. The problem is the banks are taking them back, and they've been sold for $66,000 to $90,000 in the last 4 years because there's no financing. They cost $125,000 cost to build one. They were sold from $139,000 to $149,000, some of them $155,000. So what we have is a development with 72 lots in it that I can't build anything on, that I personally have lost 50% value in 72 lots at $32,500 a lot. So if you add that up, that's quite a bit. The homeowners, 44 of them, have lost 50% minimum on their condo units because we can't get them financed. Not because people don't want them, we simply cannot get them financed. So what I came up with, I met with bank after bank after bank, and what we came up with, they said, Chris, the problem you have here, it wasn't a problem when you started all the other developments. The problem is you have one filing, 116 lots. In your other developments, you had 48 per filing. So I have to have 50% plus of 116 sold or they will not finance it. Now they did when we first started, they financed 44 of them in a row till the county went down and all these big condo buildings in Florida and everywhere else was going bankrupt because they wasn't selling, and so they cut all the financing across the board. So what I came up with was, the banker says, Chris, why don't you do this? Why don't you take some of the lots out of the development, not all of them, some of them, and let's see if we can get you to 50%. So what I did was, I came in, I think y'all have this map showing the 33 lots, right?
Which map are you referring to? We've got several maps.
No, I didn't.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay.
We got it. We got it.
Yeah.
So what we did is we're not saying change every lot in the development. What we're saying is, let me change enough to get me to 50%. So if you look at these 33 lots, I'm losing 11 condo lots that was originally approved, times 2 units per lot. I'm losing the value of 22 condo units, lots, at $32,500 a lot, which is $715,000 just to shrink it to this, okay? Just where we can get through the development. So we're reducing the density in the development. We're reducing the traffic out on the street. We have all the infrastructure been sitting there, curb and gutter streets, etc. So what we've done here is, if this gets approved tonight, we'll have 10 condo lots that still will exist, okay? So that will bring us to a little over 50% that will be remaining. Therefore, the people that live in there would be able to get financing to sell their condos. We would be able to get the property value back up because, I don't know if you have this map, but this is basically the one I want to show you. Everything,
You got that?
We have that.
okay, everything in orange is lots and condos that are already built and completed. Everything in green is what we're asking to re-subdivide. Everything in pink would have to stay a condo because we didn't want to take the development and mix up garden home within the condo side by side. So we strategically put everything in order to keep it looking like the development straight across the street that I developed, Villa Gardens, which is the same exact houses, straight across the street. We built 45 units the year prior to this development starting 5 years ago. So it's exact housing, already zoned as commercial property. It's already zoned properly. So, you know, we're sitting here, you know, the parish is not collecting taxes on these properties as far as houses are concerned. You know, it's just as simple as they're going to sit there forever if something's not done. And if they could have been financed, I would have already done it, trust me, because I have a big investment in it. The only person that can buy one in here is an investor. If you look at that first document I gave you a while ago, the investors buy them because they pay cash. They're buying them for 50 cents on the dollar. They're killing the property values of the 44 people in there because the people cannot sell them, so they're losing their houses and they're moving out of state to work. So I'm asking you to allow us to re-subdivide this property to where we can get this project finished, because this project's been sitting there long enough.
Okay, I need you to address some discrepancies.
Okay?
When I look at this map, I
Uh-huh.
see that you're creating 33 lots,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? Then when I look at this map,
Uh-huh.
the green shows 22 greens.
Okay, the discrepancy is, with the green map, you're seeing a 24-foot wide building with a 20-foot space between them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 44 feet. The green is a condo on top and a condo on bottom. So the way it originally was approved is I can build one on top, one on bottom, so you have two condos every 24 feet with a 20-foot green space.
Uh-huh.
When you get rid of the green and you create the lots, you have the green, what you're seeing is 22 lots times 2. So that's 44 units you're losing, but I'm putting back 33 lots. So the lot will become a regular lot, like a house lot, single family dwelling,
Mm-hmm.
and we're taking in that 20 feet within the building, and we're getting 33 lots, but we're losing a total of 11 condo units. Does that make sense?
So the ones we give you a variance for tonight is going to be strictly like single home lots, like 1-story lot homes?
Single story.
Single story home.
Now, is that mixed, like, well, you have like 12 through 20 on one of these maps, on the satellite map that we have?
It's actually 15 through 20 and 1 through 7. And then, well, you have to look at this map to see what the single family dwelling, it's the exact same space.
Yeah, what I'm saying though is like 20, so 12 through 20. You're going to have 12, 13, and 14 that can be a 2-story condo, and then you're going in with a single lots.
Yes, the
Mixed in there?
I didn't want to do, I don't own those 3, is the reason I left them out.
Okay.
The bank took them back from JRP Construction, which you have in your file.
Okay.
They did a sheriff sale and took them back. I never could get contact with those people. I had spoke to them, and they told me if they got it approved, they'd want to do the same. But I never could get anything in writing because the banker swapped jobs on me that was handling it.
Okay.
So they would, 12, 13, and 14 is bank-owned property. And that would be the seizure of Exhibit C. If you see Exhibit C, you'll see 12A, 12B, 13A, 13B, 14A, 14B. That is bank-owned. And it's owned by...
So 12, 13,
First
and
Community
14
Bank.
are owned by a bank.
First Community Bank.
And let me ask you something.
Uh-huh.
Because I went through here with the owners that had signed.
Uh-huh.
Is there actually a building on 44 and 43 right now?
No,
No,
ma'am.
those are just lots.
No. The pink one, do you have a different color with the pink?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pink one will have to stay condos. I'm not going to mix houses in with the condos.
Okay, why does it have to say a condo when you?
It does not have to, but what would happen is if I went to from lot, you see 48, 46 and 47 is buildings already, they're condos.
Uh-huh.
So I'd have single family dwelling on both sides of 2 condos that stand up really tall. So I thought it would be best to leave 43, 44, 45 to continue to be a condo. See, the key here is to shrink this development down to where we will already be 50% sold out with the condos. Existing condos will be 50% once I shrink all these lots out. Then we'll have one phase with less lots.
Well,
And
why
then
don't you just put more width on some of these single-family dwellings? Because my big issue is you're wanting us to reduce the side yard setback to 1 foot.
Well, I've done 0 lot lines straight across the street
Well,
with none, with 0 feet.
The problem with that is that's a public safety issue, to have houses that close together. If a house catches on fire, then all the houses in the row are going to catch on fire because you have them built so close.
The house is not 1 foot. The house is 1 foot off the line on this property, with 6 and 7 feet on the other property.
But
So
that's
there's
not
7
what
feet.
you're asking us to do.
I don't see why it's not.
You're asking us lot 1 through 33 to do the side yard setback at 4, with a variance of 4 foot, which puts you 1 foot off the side yard.
But every home, when you do the lot, let's say if we're going from left to right, every house will be 12 inches off the line, but the next house over, all the houses are going to be put to one side, left, 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 left. So you're not 1 foot from the other house.
Yeah. The problem is once we give you a variance, I know you say that's what's going to happen, but then we have no control once we issue
We
that.
just put it in writing where we will do that. We'll get a permit if we don't.
My other issue is, it's just the narrowness of these houses. And on some of these, they will not have any parking directly in front of their house. So if...
Yes, they will.
No, from what we're seeing, lot 10 and lot 9 have half of a parking area.
But we have guest parking. It was approved with additional guest parking throughout the whole
When
development.
you had condos there, not single-family dwellings. My issue is, if lot 10 catches on fire, how does a fire truck even get to it?
It's 40-foot servitude of passage. There's a 20-foot car and 20 feet in to get in there.
Well, if I remember
Man,
right,
these houses,
doesn't go that far.
the parking lot is already in. It's 40 feet wide all the way through this development. The parking lot behind, look on
What
50.
you're showing us on these drawings is the concrete parking. And it is not in front of lot 10.
Yes, show me what map you're looking at. These buildings
These right here.
are the exact width of the condo that's existing. There's not an inch difference.
I understand that,
So-
but what you're asking us is for single-family dwelling. The one right here.
I think the big one that you brought up,
Uh-huh.
that's this right here.
Okay, I got it. Now it's not. How can you tell the design of front of it when now you've drawn on that?
Because it's drawn on this map, it shows concrete.
I think, like, for example, in 21, 22, 23, there's some space.
Right here. Isn't that their parking?
Yeah, that's right here. It's concrete.
That's in a
Yeah.
commercial unit.
Well, what we're saying here, though, is even on the condos, there's space between here and here, whereas here, it's right on this line.
It's just to have to make a boundary, I mean, it's not big as house. The condo goes in the same spot, they're gonna be in line, the house will be straight in line with those spots right there.
So the condo, when you condo, there's just this.
That's correct.
And now this, to make a lot, so if you would make this a lot, you would have made it
That's correct.
like this.
Yes. I took
So
away
this would be the house on the lot.
That's
And so that's what we're
Front
trying
of
to
the
do.
home will line up with the front of the condo. They'll be straight in line, just like that map you see right there.
Right there.
We're gonna line them up. We design them to be no depth difference from the condos.
Where's the street for these? Like, I see the street here on this map, but then this looks like a pipeline more than it does a...
Yeah, it is.
Is it a road or just a pipeline?
No, it's a pipeline.
Right here.
When you look at the picture, this, you can see there's nothing but green here.
Look at this map.
Here's the parking.
Oh, and parking.
Yeah.
Right, 21 to change it here.
It's on this map. You gotta go to this map. See the line?
Okay, so it's utilizing the parking in between here.
Correct. There's double parking. No, not there. That's
Here's the parking. The concrete to the pond. Wait, where's my pond? Detention pond right here. Okay, so we got detention pond here, concrete parking here,
Got it.
light, and then here. So the parking goes in here, like
But
this.
the parking for these first 10 is right here.
Right.
The parish required me to put one parking spot per bedroom throughout the whole
For
development.
condo.
Yes.
Okay.
This is like plenty of parking on each spot. So this condo's up here,
Mhm.
be all along here.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot more than what 9 through 11's got with just this right here.
yeah.
8 to 11. Now, my other question, I guess, is probably more for Lance. I do kind of have a little bit of a problem with the 1 foot on the side. My only problem, though, is on the other side of this house, okay, what stops them from going to the 5 foot if I decide to build a house, I want to build it wider than what he's got? Because once we convert it and have a variance on this lot, he sells the lot to somebody, and they got a 1 foot on one side, okay, what makes them say they can't go 5 foot on the other side, you know, to not have as much space between that 1 foot. You only have 6 feet between a house, if that's the case.
Basically, you can make the variance just to be on one side if you'd want to.
I know, but like by normal regulation, it's a side is setback is 5 foot.
5 feet, yes.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. It would only be 5 plus the 1.
That'd be 6
You know,
feet.
would be 6 foot between the two houses.
Correct.
And that's my issue more than the one. I wouldn't mind, but I think the issue I have is there's going to be not enough. Like if somebody wants to build a wider house than what you're saying here, I know you're saying it narrows to get the space in between the buildings, but once you sell a lot, you don't really have control over what you build after you sell it. So,
It's for me to do the building to be able to get that
Right.
project done. Across the street, it's 5 feet, zero lot line, 5 feet between the buildings and Villa Gardens, with 45 of them this parish approved straight across the street.
okay.
But the Gardens also has garages and there's not parking. It's a different type of development. All those were single homes, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else got any questions? Don't want to put a public hearing?
Well, the problem I got is that it says, you know, to build on the pipeline right away.
Okay, well, we already built up to it. Every condo out there is 12 inches off the line. They allow us to do that already, the pipeline people. So it's no different. It's nothing.
I have a question.
There's a 90-foot right-of-way there.
Yeah.
And if you go out there, absolutely
I
every building
understand
is
that,
12
but-
inches off the line. We surveyed the line, and we came up 12 inches, and they don't have a problem with it. We've been doing it for years.
You've got 22 lots here that you're trying to convert into 33.
No, ma'am, I have 44.
You have
Prop-
44
for condo
units,
units. That's right.
condo units,
That's
but
right.
there's 22 lots,
Right.
correct?
Correct.
Okay,
But they're separate lots, so
I do
they're
understand.
approved and zoned for
Okay.
two, not one.
I do understand that, but you're not wanting to keep them as two, right?
No, I'm trying to get
You're not
development
wanting to keep
approved.
them as condos. So my
I'm doing what I have to
question,
do.
my
Right.
question to you is, why not ask us for 22 lots to put single-family homes on?
Because I'm gonna lose $1.2 million, and I just soon stay home. I mean,
Okay.
there's no sense in me doing that. The 44 people, I mean, the only option we have, after tonight, if it doesn't get approved, is it's gonna become a rental project. And these good people back here that paid $150,000 times 44, $7 million, they're gonna lose all of their value. And I've been holding out for 4 years for these people, they can tell you. 4 years, I've been waiting for the financing to come back. I so much financed 4 or 5 of them at $150,000 apiece myself to wait till we got some financing.
Well,
I don't
I'm
think
not-
anybody in this room would want to lose $1 million just to
No,
do what you like. So
but-
I can't do that. So we're going to be
No,
forced.
It's just, we're voicing our concern,
I understand.
and we're also voicing a concern for the people that are here in this room right now
Okay.
that they're actually living there.
Right. We
That's
don't
their
want it to be-
home.
And we don't want it to be a
Okay,
rental project.
and we
That's why
want
I'm
to be
here.
as safe and as fair as we can.
I understand.
And that's the reason for these questions. We're not interrogating you.
I got you.
We just want to know what they need to expect.
We've had a meeting and they've all
Well,
approved.
you say you have a meeting, and that's what you should do.
Okay,
But
okay,
the
okay.
fact about it is, maybe you wouldn't explain to them. That's
Okay,
it.
well, you can ask.
We fixed to open up public comment. We'll hear the public that wants to come. Have a seat and we'll open up public comment period. At this time, I'd like anybody that would like to, come say something for or against this variance, please come forward. We're opening public comment period. Who you got, Patrice? Okay. Who you got next, Patrice? Come on up.
I come here, my name is James Landry. I come here, I thought it was a different piece of property that he was trying to develop, but I own the 28 acres right next to this development. And to me, what it sounds like, it's going to be a pretty good deal for the condos. We've been watching it for years since he developed it, and it's really doing nothing back there, and it is getting worse because it is becoming rental. So I'd just like to say I'm for him putting a single-family dwellings out there. So.
Okay, thank you. Next. Anybody else want to come forward? That's all that's signed, but if anybody wants to come speak?
My name is Paula Hernandez, and I actually live in Sagefield. I'm a condo owner, and we would just really like to have this passed, so that we can see our property values increase, that hopefully one day we'll be able to sell and move into a house instead of a condo. So, just wanted to point that out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else? All right, closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion or discussion?
Well, I have the same concerns we had the last time we looked at this development. I'm all for converting these to single-family dwellings, but no, not at public safety expense. I don't agree with the side yard setback at all. I think we're trying to make the lots way too small. And I do not agree with lot 9 and 10 at all.
Is this a discussion or motion?
This
Yeah,
is a
'cause
discussion
it's a long
at this
motion.
point.
Huh?
It's a discussion.
Okay. Reason why, I'm kind of in favor of doing this. We have everybody here that took the time to come out to discuss it. And also that, I agree that this property's been sitting like this. I think it'd be a disgrace not to go ahead and utilize this property. I know the community, I don't think it'd be detrimental for us to disapprove it. But, and there again, here's a situation, that we have individuals that do have money invested in it. That's what my concern is
Yeah.
right now. The property already exists, we've got
Yeah.
existing buildings on there. I agree with you. I'm not in favor, everybody knows I'm not in favor of zero lot lines. And, but in this particular case, I think that, we ought to consider going ahead and approving this because
James, I think there's some stipulations there, not just approving it the way it's written here,
Right.
but you
Right.
talked about moving all those homes to one side.
Right.
Well,
You know,
why
as
don't
long as we got all of that in writing, and Mr. Ingram would agree to.
Well, I don't think that's a problem. He stated that earlier, that go ahead, sir. We can put it in writing, and you would have to adhere to that.
I'd like to ask Lance a question. What would be one townhouse, the width of one townhouse lot? What's the parish approved?
16 feet, I believe.
I'm 12 feet wider than that.
Okay, then,
So, I mean, I can't,
we can
you
keep
know,
the side yard setback and possibly just approve everything
So we-
except lot 9 and 10.
well, the problem with that is, the green that needs to be single family barely gets me over the 50% of existing
That's right.
units
That's-
sold out
That's what I'm
for where I
talking
can get financing for these people.
about. Right now, he has no financing.
Okay, but he's got 44 units, is that correct? That are already built?
Yes,
Okay, and how many of those are sold?
all of them.
Okay, so you got 44 units sold right now, and if he has 5 decrease in the lot, we're only helping him get to that 50% faster.
Right.
And there's no other way to get to it, though. See,
Okay.
that's the-
Yeah, if we have 44 and 31 and 11, that's 86. And basically, he's at the 44 already. He's at 50%
No, ma'am.
with those lots.
No, ma'am.
Yeah,
No, ma'am.
No, not financed.
no, but he's got
50% would be
44.
half of 116 units.
No, but we're not at 116 units.
The development approved right now, the way it states in the bylaws of the condo regime, is 116 units. So
Where
the
are the
bank,
other units then?
You gotta figure
Yes.
each one's got 2 that are existing, you gotta include existing in the development, you can't just not exclude.
Well, but if we're changing these to
It
single
doesn't matter when
family.
it comes, you're talking about the finance and all that, you're talking about the whole subdivision, you're
Right.
not talking about just a few lots extra.
Right.
We gotta talk about the whole development, not
Yeah,
one
yes,
development,
sir.
they look at it as a development.
they want me to get to 51% of 116
Right, in
units.
units.
And
I
they'll
still
give me,
don't agree with lot 10.
talking
And
about this
I'll
one?
agree, yeah, the one that has no parking in front of
We
it.
have parking all right here.
I'm looking at the parking.
Show the overview.
Oh,
No.
lot 10 over there.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong, look at
This
10.
one's here for concrete.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree with letting him have 9 there.
well, there's space there to add the concrete parking, that's why I'll put it there.
I mean, when they see it, I mean,
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yes,
this
I
is
see.
line, I mean, there's enough to do a triangle parking lot.
Yeah, there's enough to do parking there, so I mean, the units also sit back, I have a courtyard in front of these units 20 feet off the driveway side.
Yeah, I see that.
So I got a courtyard in front of them of 20 by 20. It's not like I'm shoving the house up to the front. I actually put a courtyard in front of these and put the buildings facing the
I'm just
pipeline.
looking at this from a public safety thing. If somebody buys lot 10, I want a fire truck, an EMSI, whoever they're needing to be able to get to it. Not parking in front of 8 and then trying to get to their house. Okay?
Okay.
I see, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
There's fire hydrants all within this development.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I'm gonna make a motion that, we approve everything except, we add the stipulation that, the only way that lot 10 can be developed is if concrete parking is added in front of it. and that the side yard setback not be approved, that we leave that as 5 foot.
That one lot? Okay.
On the one lot or the whole thing?
On everything.
That'd be 5 feet
5 feet on the side yard.
on both side yards.
You told me a minute ago that a townhouse could be 16.
Yeah, but we're not doing
So-
townhouses. Yeah, we're not doing townhouses. The point of that was to let you know that these lots are 8 feet wider. It would look like a mobile home if I do a 16-foot wide house.
Yeah.
These houses are 20 and 24 feet wide, and they're exactly what's across the street, and they look good. They're $140,000, $50,000 homes across the street, and
It would be too small. It would be too narrow.
Yeah,
That would look a lot different than them
What kind
condos.
of compromise are we willing?
I mean, I have a picture of the view of the units here.
yeah.
Are the
Houses
units,
are very nice houses.
are the units the same width as the condos right now that's currently there? Or are they a little bit smaller?
The 3 bedrooms are, this is 4 feet smaller than a 3-bedroom unit, but the same as a 2-bedroom unit.
Okay. So they're not that much smaller, but then if we reduce them
But
down
the
to
square
15,
footage is only 40
incredibly
square
smaller
feet.
than the current
See,
condos.
the square footage is only 40 square feet difference in living area from this to the 3-bedroom condo. So if you shrink that down, then you're giving less of a house, and you devalue the property again. So I was trying to keep the house as big as possible to match what's already within the development.
But we need some side yards, so that's what I'm trying to get at. If you
Well,
want
if
that
we
many
restrict it 1
lots,
foot off the line,
if you want
and make
that
them
many
all-
lots, because your condos, you're telling me, are 20 feet apart.
well, that was,
Right?
we did that on,
No, but you're trying to
No,
get
but
one to
that's what I'm
one.
saying. I just, no,
You're
what
trying
I'm
to get one lot, one lot,
no,
so, but
no, what I'm
We're
trying to
losing
get
50%.
to is a point where, you know, you've got the condos and they're 20 foot wide apart from each other. And we're gonna have a house that's 2 foot from the other house or 6
No.
foot from the other house.
I mean,
At the very most, that's what I'm trying to get with, is some sort of equity through this
Okay.
subdivision.
let's look at it like
Because
this.
otherwise, it's gonna be rental property, whether
No,
it's
it's not gonna be rental
single-family
property.
dwellings or,
okay, tell us
It's
based
20
off,
it's 20 feet wide, the lot's 28. You come 1 foot
Right.
off, there's 21. You have 7 foot left, and you're 1 foot on the other side. So you're 8 feet between the homes.
so we're 8 feet between homes, and what we can do is just, in a stipulation of variance, that the
Said it's gotta
side
be
setback is,
It's
one
gotta be-
side's 1, and the other one side has to be 7.
Right.
To get 8 feet in between each
There
house.
you go.
okay.
And
If
three
you
more
don't
feet
develop
in a
those
5 foot
lots,
lot-
whoever
lot.
does.
I restrict it and put a deed restriction, it has to be that way.
Right.
Okay, because
I mean,
You know
that'll give us
what's
3 more
gonna
feet than
happen?
what's across the street from it, because
If-
across the street's only 5 foot.
if he's not the one that builds on it, what we're gonna have is 33 people in here asking for variances
We're gonna
to get a
deed
house on.
restrict it to do exactly
Well, no,
like
that's what I'm
that.
saying, though, is,
And then they have to do it.
What's up, Lance?
Hold on,
We'll
we'll place that on the plat. So it'll be on the plat what the setbacks gonna be. That's on the plat already on all divisions of all subdivisions.
Right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
Can't
is I
sell it if
just
he
need
doesn't.
to
Well, no.
make sure that we're not in here being bombarded
Sure, but-
because he sold all these little tiny lots
But
to
every,
people.
right, but every time that they make the sale, it's gonna refer back to that plat that was.
well, what happens is
filed.
they're gonna come back, but we can't, they ain't gonna, we can't stop them not to come try.
Yeah.
We'll ask the same thing, it's like, you really wanna get closer than, you're on 1 foot on one side, and you really wanna get closer than 8 on the other side? I don't
They
think
have
we
the
would
right.
approve that if they came back singly.
Mhm.
You know, anyway, especially if we know this development, you know, has already been here. So I mean, that's the only thing I think of, but I think 8's gonna be better than across the street.
Yeah, it's 5 across the street.
Yeah.
Do we not still have 0 lot, they got rid of that, 0 lot lines?
Most of them,
Okay.
so.
Well, it became a safety issue. And
And
as
that's what
the
I'm,
visitors explained, that the fire department has to get in, when they got a house on fire, they have to squeeze their tank bottles and everything else in there, so it really become a problem.
Well, here you have you have enough for,
Oh,
right, I
cars
know that.
parked,
I know.
you got enough for 2 vehicles to pass, so you have additional 20 feet past the back of your car once you're in your parking spot. So
Well,
you got the
but-
width of the state highway out.
we're worried
already behind.
about these trucks being able to get in between houses if two houses are on fire, they're gonna have to be trying to fight it for more than just in the front on your concrete. That's the problem. And when you put houses that close, what you're doing is asking for the fire to go one roof, to the next roof, to the next roof. And what we're trying to do is to make this a responsible development and not have people's homes burning down because one person in the row left grease on the stove.
Another thing about having the 8-foot, if we can add it, make sure the 8-foot's there, is that, that you can have windows on that side. Whereas if we had it 5 foot less, you can't have windows. So you'd have two sides of that house that can't have windows.
If you look at this plan, they have no windows on one whole side of the house.
I know, but if we shrink it down less than 5 foot, you can't have them on both sides. So you have a window house with no windows on either
Don't need them
side.
both. Don't need them but on one side.
Okay.
I'll only have
Want to modify your motion and put a restriction for the 5 feet, 1 foot, 6 feet on the other side?
1 foot
Well,
5.
I thought we were talking
8,
about
so 7 feet on one side?
It's 1 foot plus 20 is 21, and then on a 28-foot lot, it's 7 feet.
So 7 feet on one
Okay.
side, 1 foot on the other.
7 feet, sorry.
So 1 foot on the other side, so it's 8 feet.
Right. Excuse me, remember your overhangs in there, so.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna have to deal with the overhang.
The overhang would be,
About 18 inches or so.
No, 12 inches.
12 inches.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion that we approve it. Lot 10 can only be developed if concrete, if the parking lot is extended to go in front of 10 and 9 to have parking available for those lots and any emergency vehicles that need to go there. And I'm going to say that if I'm facing the house, the side yard setback to the left can be 1 foot, to the right has to be 7 foot.
All right,
And everything else we'll give you as written.
okay.
All right.
I'll second that too.
all right,
Is that acceptable?
Yes, sir.
all right, got a motion by Ms. Kathy Desdeer, to approve with stipulations. Lot 10 requires, concrete parking in front of it, and then the other lots, require 7 feet on one side, 1 foot on the other side. And I got a
But
second.
the left is 1 foot, the right is 7 foot.
Right, left 1 foot, 7 foot, right 1 foot. All right. Any other modifications?
No?
Ms. Kathy did a second by Mr. Mike Bro. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion
Thank you
passed.
so much, appreciate it.
Anybody need a break after that one? All right, zoning review ID, 2356.13, tract A of the property of Melvin Delat, for Melvin, J. Delat, located on the west side of Brignac Road, approximately 700 feet south of Lake Martin Road. Somebody here to talk about that?
Yep, Quint Quintmont, representing WJ Quintmont Surveyors, asking for the variance on the front width of lot A1.
Okay, and we already have 2 existing homes on this lot, and all you're doing is divided it to clear up, and where there'll be 1 house on each lot.
So we can
Correct?
so mortgages and financing purposes, yes, for financing.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, have a seat. We're gonna open up public hearing. Anybody's got anything for or against this variance, please come forward. Nobody? Closing public comment period.
I'm gonna
Motion?
I'm gonna make a motion that we approve as written. This is a housekeeping matter, just allowing them to each have a separate lot.
Second it.
All right, got a motion to approve as written by Ms. Kathy Desdeer, second by Mr. Jim Cecil. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion
Thank you.
passed. All right, zoning review ID 2357.13, lot 7 for Fernando Johnson, located on the north side of LA Highway 74, approximately 600 feet south of LA Highway 73. Anybody here to speak on this one? You're here as the representative for the,
I'm his daughter, Marion Johnson.
okay. You want to swear her in? Lindsay. Lindsay's playing Candy Crush. All right, tell us what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to move into a mobile home that's already located on my father's property.
Wait,
Any questions?
Well, it's my understanding there's 2 mobile homes and a house.
Correct.
How did we end up there, Lance?
The home was placed there. There's 2 homes. The existing home that's there has been there for a while. That's the one that one of the sisters are living in, the owner's sister. Another mobile home was moved in. Another sister moved in. And then at one point, another one was moved in, and that sister wasn't, I'm not going to say wasn't allowed, but basically wasn't allowed to put it there because of the square footage and the density. It's there now. The daughter, which is in front of you, wants to move into it. The other sister of the owner has decided to do something else.
Okay, so there's a house and a mobile home
Correct.
that we agreed to put there.
yes.
And then there's a third mobile
Yes.
home, a third residence that
Yes.
we did not agree to put there, but it was
Right.
put there anyway.
Yes.
And this was after a variance hearing that we denied.
No, ma'am. I don't know of any variance that was
Okay. Who put the mobile home there?
His sister did.
His sister did. And she just abandoned it there when she decided not to move there?
Well, it was told, we had discussed it with Lance, and she couldn't live in it. So we told her, she couldn't be there.
Where do you currently live?
Right now,
Mhm.
in Gonzales.
Okay.
So we're talking about adding a third one?
No.
Or are you just trying to move in the
Yeah.
second one and making it legal?
Yes,
We're just making it illegal is
that's
what we are.
it, and just to make it legal.
It's an electricity problem, getting the permits.
Yeah, but getting the permit is the issue, yes.
Okay. So they're not changing anything, they just
No.
want to move
We're
in.
not moving anything.
Basically, but there are
Where-
3 dwellings on the property.
Where is this mobile
Where's
home
the third one?
located on this property?
This is before that it was moved on there. The aerial that you see. The aerial that you have in front of you is from 2011.
Okay. Well, what I'm looking at is a picture of a lot that looks pretty narrow.
Well,
I'm
I
not
guess-
even understanding how a fire truck or anybody could get to things that are way back there.
Like, where's the
You
road
have-
to get to the trailer?
Oh, you got a wide enough road.
Well,
There's a
we don't have
driveway on the
anything
side.
that has a road.
I don't see nothing. Oh, okay.
Okay, what's she saying?
Hang on, just a second. Yeah, she gonna put it on the screen.
Is that it? Yeah. There's a road right here. And then one trailer's like this, and then the other one's right here.
Okay. Who owns 36448?
That's Miss Joanne.
The road that you're showing me is on somebody else's lot.
It's half and half. It's Miss Joanne there, and then the other driveway is to the left.
Yeah, but point to how you get to yours in the back, the trailer in the
Right
back? Through her driveway next door?
It's
Or it's on the property line?
on the
halfway
property
behind?
line.
Well,
Huh?
Oh, the heck?
Yeah, the line, this isn't accurate.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
take this as being a survey.
Yeah.
I would just take this as
Because
information.
she asked for permission also to use that driveway.
Okay. So there's been advancements since then?
This has been before my age.
and
That's-
how
that-
long has this mobile home been sitting on this property?
Probably 3 or 4 months now.
Which mobile home? There's 2 of them
The
you're talking about.
last one that
The last
came
one.
towed onto the
Yeah.
property.
So how many live on that, excuse me, how many live on that property now?
Two.
Two different families?
Yes, sir.
So we're looking at putting a third person on there, and that's
The
you.
third family.
So the variance they only need is the, size of the property? Just on
Correct,
the size?
yes, on the size.
So you don't need no variance to allow different, people living on it?
Well, this is an immediate family member. She's a daughter. And if you want to go back and say that the other ones that are there are not considered immediate family members, yes, sir, you could do that. Yes, but this is a daughter that's requesting, so she is an immediate family member.
Did we give the variance for the mobile home, the second one, or they didn't have to get one?
I'm not aware of them giving a variance for that.
Okay.
Do they have an individual meter on their hunt trailer?
Yes, sir, I'm pretty sure they do.
Why don't you open it up?
All right, have a seat, and we'll open up public comment period. Anybody has anything for or against this variance, please come forward. All right, closing public comment period. Any discussion, comment? I think one thing that we do need to do is make sure that any property on this property does not become a rental property. Even though now we got three of them, that's got to be definite.
That's normal.
That's the least of the problems
problem I
right
have-
now.
The problem I have, we're talking access issues, and I know there's been updating since this picture was taken. Geez, that's tough.
Could the lot be split in three if there was a road?
No, sir, it's not large enough to split into three.
Not even close. You're on the property line right now.
Mhm.
The one I'm looking at right here, which is 36448, the driveway is right on the property line now. In other words, everybody's going to use that driveway.
Yeah. And there's really not enough.
And we're talking, we've got two families on existing now. All she's doing is, she wants to move into that trailer that they moved in there 3 or 4 months ago and get the electricity's turned on.
I know Virginia won't hear this, but it's in harmony with the neighborhood.
Well, I don't
I'm saying,
necessarily think
that's
so.
right,
Excuse me
this
one
is
second.
discussion, I'm not making a move.
Where the house is,
Uh-huh.
there's a U-shaped driveway.
Yeah, I see that, but you can't get to anything
No,
behind
I'm-
there from your shaped driveway.
Correct, but I'm just saying, I mean, I keep hearing,
Yeah,
about
the problem that we have is from a public safety issue. Is, it's raining, I don't know where you're gonna put, where this other mobile home's been set up, but pretty much a fire
Sounds
truck's
like
gonna
good
have
news.
to go on top of 36448, to even try to get back there, and you'd have to pray that it wouldn't be raining at that point in time.
We've
Something
had
to
fire trucks back there. Because we've had fire trucks back there, because where 36448 is, you
Yeah.
got another dwelling right behind that. So we've had,
Gotcha.
I'm telling you, almost every, I know this is right by Harvest,
Yeah,
not far from me, so
exactly.
almost every lot, I mean, if you look across the street,
I know.
Yeah, but-
there's almost every lot here is
saying
got
that,
multiple homes, and this is back in
Well-
2011.
Here's how I look at it. They moved that trailer in there and the fire trucks won't fit.
exactly.
So,
Now, as far as the use of the land, I think it's gonna be reasonable, and I agree with Brad there. I think it'd be a reasonable use of land. This is your
This
dad's
is my father, yes.
father's property,
Yes, sir.
and you're taking care of your father,
Yes, sir.
and your sister's doing the same thing.
My sister's not on this property, she's on another piece of this
Oh,
property.
okay.
that's
I'm
your
sorry.
dad's sister right
It's
there,
my
right?
dad's sister.
The dad's sister, aunt.
That's right.
Yeah.
these are two aunts that are living there.
Okay.
Already.
Dad and a
Right.
sister.
You close public hearing?
Yeah. Yeah, if you wanna make a motion?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make the motion to accept. I think it's reasonable use of land here, and I think that, she needs to get a power turned on and move in.
I second that.
You wanna add that stipulation?
Yes, with
The rental
stipulation.
property.
I'm glad you mentioned it, thank you very much. With stipulation, like we do everybody, is that this property never becomes rental property.
Understood.
Not
Okay.
just your mobile home. The
No, we're talking
sisters
all about
too.
it. No, we're
All
talking-
of it.
Right. We
Yeah.
understood
If
that.
a sister moves out, and it's not an immediate family member moving in, like your father's other daughter, then anybody else can't move in,
Yeah.
okay?
We understood.
Well, they can, you just can't charge them rent. All right, and that's second by Mr. Mike. All right, got a motion to approve it written, with a stipulation of a no building on this property will become rental property. Second by Mr. Mike Bro. All those in favor? All right. Motion approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. We got a long night tonight. All right, zoning review ID 2358.13 for Ryan D. Caballero, located on the west side of LA Highway 1, approximately 200 feet north of Jules Drive. Somebody here to represent?
I'm Philip Caballero, I'm Ryan's dad.
Okay, you wanna, sworn in?
Ryan owns this lot on Highway 1, and he wants to locate a prefabricated metal building in the northwest corner. Your restrictions require a setback of, I think, 20 feet on the rear property line. I sent some photographs in. I don't know if you have those in front of you or not. In order to adhere to that variance, 20 feet, it's going to be necessary to knock some trees down, as you might see on those photographs.
Do you have those photographs? 'Cause I don't see those photographs. Oh, we have a satellite view. Do you have any photographs?
I could probably get them to you right now.
Just put them up on that display right
Sure.
there. Okay.
This is a view of the northwest corner of the property. That existing building is actually the, you want these? These might be better. It's the same photo. But this is a view to the, from the south, viewing north. On the left-hand side is the western property line. The property line is right at the corner of this existing building. If you look at that overhead, the aerial that we sent in. This photograph, this next photograph, is a view of the, from the westernmost property line looking east. The lot is, you can see here, it's been cleared, and he's trying to locate this building in this northwest corner. To be able to do that, he's going to need this variance of 5 feet rather than 20 feet, or he's going to have to knock some trees down. This is a view from the east looking west. There's a sugarcane field behind this property. I do have a letter from the adjoining property owners urging your acceptance of this variance request. I might, that was not sent in earlier, if I might give that to you now. Are there any questions?
Well, I have a question because what we're looking at almost shows the existing home in the center of the property. Is it not in the center of the property, or what's going on?
That house is about 100 years old. It's got to come down. He's going to be building a new home there.
Okay, but I guess that's what I'm asking. Is the existing home in the center of the property?
No, ma'am. No, it's more toward the south, the southern part of the property. You looking at this aerial?
Well, we see that. We're looking at a satellite photo.
We're looking at a satellite photo of it. And you see how it looks like?
See
it's
how
in
the red
center?
lines are? That's property. And it looks like, as you can see, it's right in the middle of the property. That's what she was saying.
Okay, which corner of
This
this
one, right
are
here.
you trying to build
here.
where you're trying to build the building? Is it this one?
That's not, no ma'am, the other corner.
This one where the trees are?
That's correct.
Is there a reason he wouldn't maybe put it over here where doesn't seem to be as many trees?
Yes, the driveway is going to be on the right side, on the Lincoln Addison Highway 1, you know, up through that building. This aerial shows what he's proposing is a drive that comes in like so.
Yeah, I saw
Gotcha.
that.
See that?
His home is gonna have the garage on that, north side of the.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that-
All right,
okay.
so
I don't mean we're seeing
he's
those.
gonna put a garage right
Yeah,
here.
that's what it is. So we understand.
Okay, and this shop he's putting in, is this like just a shop he's building
Fabricated metal building,
pretty much for,
lawnmowers,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Actually, he was trying to build a larger building, but even with a 5-foot variance, he wants to put the size scope and get like,
okay.
he's looking for 20 by 40, and I think he's gonna have to sell it.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to open public, James? Any other questions? Okay, have a seat. We're going to open up public comment period. Anybody has anything for or against this variance, please come forward. Okay, closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion?
I'll go ahead and make a motion to accept
Okay.
I'll second it.
as written.
Okay, got a motion to approve as written by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Ms. Kathy Desdier. All those in favor? All right. Next zoning review ID, 2359.13, lot H-5-A, formerly a portion for the Troy Gotro property for Ronnie Bryant, located on the west side of Real Lane, approximately 100 feet south of Leela Road. Here to represent.
Yes, sir. My name is Ronnie Bryan. I'm here to, originally the setback is 20 feet on the back of my property. I'd like to go get a 5-foot setback to build a prefabricated metal building, on my property, so I can push it away from my house a little bit.
Is your house already there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And let me ask you this, from the corner of your house to your property line, how many feet is it?
I think it's, 65 feet.
Okay. So the building's gonna be 30 foot wide.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry.
And I was wanting 3 bay doors, and one of them would be tucked in behind my house. So I was trying to get more room to get another vehicle or lawnmowers or ATVs or anything in that area.
So,
This is his house.
no, this is his lot, but that's an old picture. But the house is there now.
Okay.
Yeah, here's his house. And then what we're talking about is part of right here. And there's a 12-foot utility servitude on the side that you're trying to get the side yard setback from. Is that correct?
No, I won't be in the 12-foot on the side.
But is the building going on the same side that has the utility setback? Or no?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, so you're asking to be off of that utility setback?
No,
No.
no, ma'am.
No,
No,
he's
ma'am.
not.
He's not gonna be inside the utility servitude.
No, I know that part.
But
Oh,
what-
he's just asking
For
for
the
a
back,
rear
for the rear,
setback.
correct, yes.
Okay.
We're in the back. This is a corner lot, he's allowed to go half.
It's a corner lot.
So corner lot, so he's, instead of having the 5 on the side, he's gonna have the 20 on the front and the side.
Mhm.
So he's already pushed back,
Yeah.
so. Any other questions? All right, have a seat. Open for public comment period. Anybody has anything for or against this variance, please come forward. All right, closing public comment period. Motion, question, discussion.
I'm going to ask you, would it present a hardship for you to come off and maybe get a 10-foot variance instead of a 15?
The size shop I wanted to build, I was trying to get that distance between my house. It would be, I would have to downsize my shop.
And the shop, that's for personal usage
Yes,
only,
ma'am, I have
nothing commercial?
No, I have several boats, and I wanted to put a car rack in there and rebuild an old car for my son when he's coming up.
Okay, and how high is this building?
I'm looking at 12-foot sides.
Okay.
The other thing that comes into play here also to think of is with the property it backs up to, it's been extended.
Yeah.
Whereas his wasn't. So if it would have been like this person would have came for a variance, whereas opposed to he's got some set.
Well, because originally he owned the property that I bought, so he didn't need a variance.
Okay.
But then he went back and surveyed it, and I bought the property from him.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's why his side didn't need a setback, because he actually owned both properties at the time.
Gotcha. Do you hear a motion?
Did we open public hearing? Oh,
Yep.
we did, okay. I'm going to, say that we approve as written due to the fact of the unique size of the lot and the setbacks that he already has on the other portions of the lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd second that also, Brad.
All right. Got a motion to approve as written by Ms. Kathy Desideer, second by Mr. Mike Brew. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passed.
Thank you.
Please, right here. All right. All right, next zoning, our last zoning review ID. 2360.13, lot 162, Prairie Oaks, fourth filing for Mike Bourgeois, located on the northeast corner of Trails Ends North. Somebody here to... Tell us what you're trying to do.
My name's Mike Bourgeois. We're applying for a permit, and we're asking for a variance on the rear setback to accommodate our addition submitted in the plans.
I'm missing it. What's the addition?
Okay, he's trying to build something behind his house, an addition.
It's an addition and renovation. So inside the house, we're doing some renovation, adding square footage to the interior in our bedroom and bathroom, and then adding an outdoor kitchen and living area.
Is that a fence around the property?
Yes.
But it doesn't go all the way around your property?
Not a house? Not around the parameters of my property, but the backyard. So on the sides.
Sounded like both just looks brown and with a shadow, and I was trying to figure out where that was, and I'm assuming it's a fence.
We'll go to the expense of the fence.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
All right, have a seat. We'll open it up for public comment period. I'm assuming she's with you, so she's not going to comment. Okay. Nobody else do comment, so we'll go ahead and close public comment period.
I'm gonna move that we accept as written, it's no problem to exist in one.
Okay. A second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Got to a motion to approve as written by Ms. Kathy Desideer, second by Mr. Mike Brew. All those in favor?
Aye.
And all right, any old business? All right, any new business?
Yes, I'd like to make the commercial again.
Would you like to do it this time? Mine didn't work.
Obviously, you're not helping us out. We need some professionalism.
I didn't tell y'all don't want to approve and everything, okay? Because I'm just chairman, I don't get to vote. So therefore, nobody's getting upset and want to get up here and voice their concern as a board member.
I knew they'd be.
Okay, I'll
You know?
make the commercial for you.
All right.
We are in desperate need of responsible citizens to join the Board of Adjustment. If you would like to have input into what goes on in your parish, please get your application in.
Very good, very good.
To the 24th? All right.
In time for Brad's annual Christmas party for us.
Yes. Halloween party.
Hey,
Y'all invited to the
Halloween
Halloween
party
party
too.
next month.
Okay.
All right. Do I hear a motion to
Motion
adjourn?
to adjourn.
By Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Mike Brew. All right. All those in favor to adjourn?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you.